You ever wonder if you're a bad person? If that one day you're going to do something that'll tip your moral compass over the edge? If that thing you did that haunts you at night is going to be what throws you into the pit of fire and brimstone? Great news for you then! Eliminate all the wondering with Dante's foolproof classification of all crimes in existence. The Inferno! Only $19.99 plus shipping and soul handling. Dante Alighieri's Inferno is the first section of the Divine Comedy, a three-part text depicting hell, heaven, and all that lies in between. La Divina Commedia, as the Italians call it, delves into the intricacies of the afterlife through the eyes of a man at a crossroads, who is also called Dante. It's quite simple, really. The Inferno separates hell into 9 circles, from crimes as petty as being a spiritual pacifist to stabbing your best friend 23 times at the Senate. Some of those circles are further divided into sub-circles, and then those are divided even further. You get the picture. One of the reasons that the Inferno stands so prominently in the Commedia is its graphic detail of punishments that befall the sinners within. Drowning, burning, getting ripped apart by demons. Dante ensures that readers are left checking that they still have all their organs intact. It's beautiful and horrible, downright haunting. And it leaves me wondering, how? How did Dante decide which crime gets what punishment, which sin is highest on the totem pole? What do you mean I get to go all the way into the 5th circle just because I'm a little pessimistic about life? It's easy to write off the reasons as Dante putting everyone in his hit list in the depths of hell. And he does do that. But Dante's system of sin goes far deeper, steeped in theology and politics alike. Let's have a little Bible study with Dante. God made man in his image, but he added a little something called free will. And this, Dante believes, is the root of man's salvation and his damnation. Looking at it, Dante's system seems a little backwards compared to modern convention. Think of the worst crime ever. Got it in your mind? It's something like murder or genocide, right? That's gotta be the worst thing ever. Right? Not according to Dante. In fact, violence only ranks 7th circle evil. 7th! Out of 9! Fraud is higher than that, with betrayal being the most heinous sin in Dante's eyes. Guess those crayons you stole back in 2nd grade from the class resources drawer is really coming to bite you in the end. It all ties back to free will. In medieval Christian doctrine, God gave man the ability to either sin or follow him. Therefore, Dante believes that the worst thing man can do is deliberately go against God. As you head down the pit of hell, the sins become more and more willful. Kill a man? Blame it on a crime of passion. Steal a pencil? Okay, maybe you can pass it off as ignorance. Betray your friend to the high priest for a few shekels of silver? There's no explaining your way out of that one. Alternatively, look at the 1st circle of hell, limbo. Those in limbo were either born before Christianity sank its claws into the world, or those that were never baptized. I'd argue that these people shouldn't even be in hell, but that's the point. They never had the intention to sin, and thus they are punished the lightest. Some of them are even let into heaven in the end. Conscious, willful effort. Intention to commit crime. That is what causes man to sin, and alternatively, what saves man from the depths of damnation. That is what Dante uses to categorize his hell. Alright. We've covered the medieval Christianity that Dante subscribed to. Now let's get political. Oatmeal is a preparation of oats that have been dehusked, steamed, and flattened, or coarse flour. Dante lived in the 14th century, and for a while, he was a big shot in his city of Florence, Italy. His political faction, the Guelphs, had prevailed over the opposing Ghibellines. Dante had been elected as one of the 6 major political leaders in the city. Life was good. Until it wasn't. The Guelphs had a little insurrection of their own, splitting the group into 2. The group Dante was in, the Bianchis, didn't like the Pope poking his nose into Florentine business. The opposition, the Neri, were all for the Pope's support, and they got it when Pope Boniface III halted Dante's emissary to Rome long enough for the Neri to seize control of Florence and exile Dante forever. Dante never got over it. We hear about Machiavelli dealing with exile by cozying up to those that banished him, but Dante chose the path of passive aggressiveness and decided to write all his political anger and opinions in a book we know now as the Divine Comedy. Dante's past sheds a little more light on his categorization of hell. Circle 4 is full of popes and clergymen cashing in on the church's gains, highlighting the corruption and the papacy that abounded during Dante's life. It makes even more sense that Dante believed that betrayal was the worst sin, for Dante himself was betrayed by the city he loved. So that's that. 9 circles of hell. 9 ways till Sunday for things to go completely wrong. I leave you with this question. Would you be perfect enough to get into Dante's heaven? Perfect enough at following God's plan to a T, substituting your will for his own? Or would you, just maybe, be devious enough to land in the darkest, coldest depths with Lucifer himself?